I'm absolutely messing around with volumes and stuff. Hello, everybody. Right.
Welcome aboard.
Let me know if that music is too loud. Or if that's okay. I mean, this is a loud part of the track, to be fair. And some of the Empyrion soundtrack stuff is like loud, some of it's really quiet. It's a nightmare. But anyway, hello everybody. How you doing? Welcome along. Welcome back to Empyrion. It's bad to have enough stone and wood for a fire pit. A touch loud. Lower a bit. Okay. Music is louder than my voice. So weird. Like, I see the bars and the dB readings on my side, and music is like a good 10 decibels below where I'm talking. But I'll crank it down. Let's try the next one. Give me a second, guys. Alright. I'll keep an eye on it. I mean, if it's broadcasting louder than it should be, that's weird. I'm having a lot of trouble with this lately. Get my head in. Anyway, hello everybody. Build the Helldivers destroyer, please. Very loud at the moment. Okay, cool. Hopefully, well, let me know. As we'll fiddle with that as necessary. Right, I don't know how my drilling and gilding, oh nice. Anyone else have problems lately where weapons don't do any damage? I mean, welcome to Empyrion. So what? I mean, yeah, I always have problems with weapons not doing any damage when fucking hitboxes are getting in the way. Welcome to Reforged Eden 2, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Kua, and this is a Kua with the new deco system that Revion's been working on. And this is creative, so I'm not sure the planet is entirely as it would be in survival, but it looks good. It looks good. I particularly like the redwoods. You know, they look awesome in the hills. It's really cool. So yeah, we're going to do some building today. We're going to be exploring all of Reforged Eden's new stuff. We're going to focus on a capital vessel because ultimately that's the thing that everybody gets in the game for, really, isn't it? It's the capital vessel is kind of like the main character, I suppose, isn't it? No, not 2 channels. I checked. Definitely not 2 channels. Just the one. Just the one. There's even filters on the one as well. Compressions, compressors, and the other one that's I can't remember the name of. The limiter, that's it. Limiter and compressor on there. Help manage the volume. It's also set up as ducking. I have ducking, so when I'm talking, it should quieten the other channels down. But I don't know. I need to look at it all again. Anyway. Let's build the Helldivers ship. Okay. You could build a Hell Diner restaurant ship. Hell Diner. My first build in here was almost basic hover vessel. Yep. Are the shapeable noob Spanish block? Still quite oppressive music. Seriously. Wow. Okay. That's one of the quieter tracks. I've halved the volume on that. I don't know what else to do. Like, I'm peeking into the red when I talk. This thing's nowhere near even the yellow. Alright, okay. Well, I'll just turn it off if it's too much then, guys. I mean, you know, I don't seem to have any bloody control over it. Right. Let's try not to get annoyed with that. Impossible. I'm already annoyed with it. Sorry, everybody. Welcome to space. Space. Right, there's a cobalt asteroid. What are we looking at that for? You want me to build a Helldiver ship? Fine. Alright, we'll do that. It makes my next decision easy. What do we build? Job done. Right. So I'm gonna need some images with that. Ugh. Helldivers Destroyer. Images. This is rubbish. This isn't even Google. What the hell is going on? Why does Bing look like Google? Stupid thing. Whatever. Helldivers 2 Destroyer. Images. Here we go. Now this is what we see. This is what we want. Can I just have the image in full screen, please? Best Super Destroyer. Alright. Is that the best image we can get of it? Alright, so the problem with the Helldivers Destroyer here, right? I mean, there's several problems with it. One of the problems with it is a planetary assault vessel. From a practical point of view, in Empyrion world, that is utterly useless. It's completely and utterly useless. There is no practical use for a planetary assault vessel in Empyrion. You cannot shoot through the atmosphere. You can't do anything. You can fling ships out of it. That's basically it. Why does the dimensions of that one look completely different to the dimensions of that one? Must be just the angle it's taken at, I guess. So we got a good shot of the back there. Can we see the back? We've got a cluster of 6 engines, and then 2 smaller ones out on the nacelles here. And the nacelle connectors are actually quite skinny by the look of it as well. There's a lot of details in these images. Again, that looks really stumpy, but that looks really fecking long. It's really weird. It's hard to gauge the scale of... I might have to actually spin up Helldivers and have a proper look. The one I've already got open. No, that's a different one. Open link. No. Open image. Open image. Here we go. Yeah, see what I mean? I think it's just the angle. Sentinel of Liberty. We've got these like little bay doors in the side here. Now, I don't know whether the ship, the SV, that comes out of the destroyer, comes out of these side bays here, or it drops out the bottom. So we might have to do a bit of creative licensing, I suppose. In some of these angles, you just don't get a good view on parts of the ship. So, like, what do we do for that? Like that, how long that one looks. That's like some kind of concept design or something. Oh, that's quite interesting. Yeah. That's funky. Alright. They come out the side. Okay. I agree with you. I think they come out of these things here. This is where they come out of. Either that or that's a hangar bay door. But based on that other picture where we could see the connectors being quite skinny and almost like framework, I don't think that the Pelican comes from inside the ship to the outside. There's also another scaling issue as well. You see the size of the glass here. If we do a search for Helldivers Destroyer bridge inside here, we've got a good shot inside. Kind of, not really. The glass looks quite large out here, but the height of a Helldiver is about half that, which gives you kind of scale of the overall ship size. Now in Empyrion, that's gone out the window, but we have to try and make it look like the scale is about the same on the outside as it would be in Helldivers, but on the inside, it's going to be much bigger than what it feels like in Helldivers. I have seen a couple of people have already built Helldiver type ships. I don't know if they publish them though. I'm gonna have a quick look on the workshop. Duck shop. Helldiver deployer. Oh, hello. What happened there? Yeah, that may be the first Helldiver game rather than Helldivers 2. Let's try 2 words. Helldiver. Oh, Helldiver. Helldiver. I know that Chartrenos was building one. I think it was Chartrenos. That can't really tell from that small picture. Nah, I don't know what that is. Not the ship we're looking for. So it doesn't look like anybody's done it. I don't really buy into rebuilds. I don't really do that sort of thing, but we'll give it a go. This time, seems as we're mucking about anyway. Problem with player build ships is that they have to make some kind of engineering sense. In many games, the game ships do not have to. They just look cool and shoot something out of nowhere. This is the challenge, Elfbutter. This is the challenge. So, you know, we're going to create the Helldiver ship here, and it has to be a CV that works ultimately. Now, we're in Reforged Eden 2 as well, so we're playing around with blocks that we're not familiar with. So part of me is like, we'll build it out of combat steel because combat steel adds shield capacity, right? So from a practical point of view, we could turn this into some kind of like proper cruiser fighting ship. In reality, because of the layout of the ship and the style, that was very flat top, it's got those nacelles, you're limiting the amount of arcs of fire that this thing's going to do. So at best, it's going to be a light cruiser. Actually, I think it might make quite a good starter ship. If we can get it compact enough and stuff, it would make actually quite a good starter vessel. So that would make steel and plastic the choice, right? So we'll start with steel and plastic. Now, the thing that I want to do first, because we have to get the interior of the ship absolutely bang on in order to make it a good recreation, let's do the interior first. I know that sounds weird, and it's completely backwards to how I normally do it, but if we do the interior first, then we know how to scale the ship around that, and we know that the inside then is correct. We're not then limiting ourselves by an outside frame that's too small or too big. Also, we can then use the interior space to do some clever stuff. I have an idea about that. Right, so we know that from... And I am pretty sure I'm going to have to spin up Helldivers here. I'm really sorry. I'm going to have to spin up Helldivers because I can remember most of the bridge, but there's subtle details and stuff that I need to figure out. So, I'm just going to pause the music here because otherwise we're going to have a conflict of music. Mine is not finished yet. The interior is really ugh. Right, yeah, because there's not a lot of interior, right? So we'll have lots of interior to play with and do what we need to with to make it a useful ship. But what interior there is that we know about, we have to get that bang on, right? This is why I generally don't do recreations, because there's so much like you have to get perfect or near enough perfect to. You get a limited amount of creative license with it, you know? Right. Right, if you're just joining, don't worry, I'm not playing Helldivers, although I would love to, it's fucking awesome. But we're here to build. Okay, so I've never really like spent the time to properly look around. Like I've noticed stuff, right? But like down here, there's like just a cargo bay, sort of boxes and stuff like that. Have you ever noticed that? Okay, so let's start from the back and work our way up. So this is probably where we'd put the elevators that would access the bridge area from lower areas, right? Then we got this hangar bay here. And they go out the side, confirmed. You can see the hangar bay doors in the sides. So that dropship goes out the side there. Now, the hangar bay... Well, we've got two vehicle bays there that we can see. That's interesting. That's a different size than that one. I think there's going to be some conflicts to the inside and the outside here, isn't there? And then we've got some glowy crap at the back there that looks somewhat like a power generator or something for the engines, I'm guessing. I think we're to believe that that is front to back right there. The glass to the engines on the back. And Those hangar bay doors are the ones that we see on the outside. That's for the mechs, is it? Yeah, they're coming soon, aren't they? All right, so we got some nice detailing on the roof here as well. Ventilation. We got some kind of rail system going on here, I'd guess. High voltage. It's a riser. It's a railing or riser system. Got some panels down there and stuff like that. But otherwise, that looks pretty standard hangar door. The angling of the trussing here is important to notice as well. This is what makes it possible in Empyrion. It's not rounded, it's not curvy, it's angled, and that's 45 degrees. That's clear. That's 33, that one, but that one's 45. So, interesting. And that carries on all the way forward until you reach this section here. We've got cargo bay off one side, and we've got these consoles on the other side. And the idea I had was that these could be large constructors. Here, there's a door. Interesting. There's a door on the other side as well. Could be elevators to access other parts of the ship. Could be small utility rooms, quarters, somewhere to shove a gravity generator, maybe. Then we got more consoles and stuff here. These could just be deco consoles, because this isn't in use yet. Armor lockers would make a good one there. Armor lockers, consoles, and then we got the bridge. Now, I'm not even sure this is the bridge. Like, yes, it is in Helldivers, but in Empyrion, there's no driver's seat here, is there? But unless you put it down there where these guys are hiding in the pit. And that's the door there. Looks like that's how they get in there, the pit. And these are just Helldive pods. If you take the time to really notice this stuff, you can actually see the freaking amount of attention to detail and artistry that's gone into this, I tell you. It's really good. Right. So we've got bridge and ops down one side. I'm not sure how they get into that back bit there, but we can figure that out. And then down the other side is like mechanical stuff. So we've got an asymmetrical bridge. And then of course the Helldive pods here on our deck. So that's what I mean. You're about half, just under half height of these windows. We got some nice stuff going on in the ceiling here, but light, this projector thing isn't going to be possible, but we can do the square ops table in the middle there. And the whole rounded section here is going to be like not really doable. Yeah. Like, we can make the bridge this shape, the glass and stuff. That's easy enough. Floor and stuff inside here isn't going to be round. The best it'll be is a hexagon, really. Okay. Got little side units as well. So we've got the bridge, the elevator down there, and we've also got more cargo and storage over there. But otherwise, that is symmetrical. This is an elevator platform. All right. Okay, I think I got enough. Hey, Catherine. Tatron, welcome along. Pipes, yeah, lots of pipes. That would be fine. I mean, the detailing and stuff like that isn't going to be an exact replica. There's no way we can do... There's no 45-degree pipe block, you know? Does he have a good visual of the ship's externals for such building? Or is it just that symbol? Well, the externals and stuff, we've had a look at that. It's kind of a dark paint job, really. We haven't got very many angles of the ship. So ultimately, we're going to have probably some inaccuracies. But we'll do our best. But the reason I was just in the game there looking around, because I wanted to focus on doing the inside part first. Why not use a projector for the working map? Oh, the LCD projector? I don't have that sort of time. That is an enormous amount of work. If somebody could do that, and then I could copy and paste it in, then I'd be more than happy to use. Yeah, each photo is different as well. That doesn't help. Yeah, if somebody wants to actually create a world map in an LCD thing, that would be wonderful. And they're willing for me to use that. That would be wonderful. I don't have that sort of time. That alone would take this entire stream. Call it interpretations. Exactly, EKS. Exactly. Right then. So we're going to start with the interior. Now, as we're sort of going for an early game ship here, because of the nature of the Helldivers ship, is very much a planetary assault vessel, which is just utterly useless in the world of Empyrion. We'll try and make it an early game ship. So plastic interior, save on cost, weight, and all that stuff, so that we don't need as many engines. Although, albeit we've got some big chunky engines going out the back, we'll have to figure out the other directions as we go. If the lore is anything like Starship Troopers, then the externals are most likely a mirror image of each other from what I saw, unless someone else knows better. Yeah, the only asymmetry seems to be inside maybe some of the frontal antennas. The rest of the ship seems perfectly symmetrical. Speaking of which, a while since I've done this. Built something, you know. Let's fire up the music again. Oh, it's about to kick off. Alright. Hopefully that's okay. Okay. Right, where are we? So this is the main deck. Okay, so to be fair, they are considered destroyers. Equipping them as such would be appropriate, I think. Yeah, I would agree. So I think actually I've set this up as a middle block here. I'm actually going to set the symmetry up somewhat differently. I'm going to set it up on the edge of that block like that, and we're going to have a double block center. I think that's going to work better for the interior sector here. Right. So we've got the elevator section, essentially, that you stand on. And then this section here comes out a little bit, doesn't it? Welcome aboard. All going off in one direction. Right. Cool, man. Dude, thanks for the sub and the follow, dude. Bill and Amanda, thank you for gifting a sub over as well. And the $5. You're on a roll today. And the membership. Absolute roll. What a freaking multi-kill that is. Hell yeah. Thank you, guys. Just walking up. Feel like, I assume you mean waking up. Feel like I haven't caught a stream in forever. This year has been crazy so far. It has, hasn't it? And Torcane as well. Dude, thank you for the 10 months resub. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. It's plastic. Ew. We're going for a lightweight internal frame. So we'll be doing with steel and hardened steel on the outside. Right now, I'm concentrating on the interior. So let's go with a 2-block center, and then we'll have these blocks here will be where the consoles and stuff go. So this is where the elevator's going to be. So that little cargo room that we saw from the outside there, be like down here, yeah. And that's where the constructors will go as well, on the other side. Then we had that doorway. It's really hard. This is, right, okay. Let's just do it, shall we? I think I do like about the plastic blocks and stuff though, is that you can texture them any way you want. Right. So you imagine that is now the height of the ceiling, to the ship. Now we go into the bridge area, and we have these lower sections. We need that as well, actually, here. So I'm trying to frame out right now so that I can place things where they need to be. So don't panic. So if you imagine our hollow console thing is going to be here. And then this steps up. Probably need another block there, actually. This needs to be higher. Or rather, this needs to be a half block at this point, I think. But I'll leave it as full now because I'm just shaping stuff out. You imagine some stairs there. That then goes up and around. And this is that's where the Helldiver platform is, you know, where you're looking over the world. Such. Alright. So we have an elevator down there. Structures over here. Cargo bays over here. Alright. Where the heck? There it is. We had these doors, didn't we? The elevator's down. And we got these lower pits where the cockpit and stuff was in here. Alright. Let's try and get the framework of the glass done. I think that would be useful. Because that has... He's armored. That will also help us try and determine, like, the size and shape of everything. ASIM bridge, Laney will hate it. Yep. Kiki absolutely destroyed everyone. An asymmetrical bridge, Laney will hate it, Blighter will insult it, Iron Wolf will crash it, then Funcom will make it a paid DLC. Frickin' won't, not without my bloody permission. Although actually, technically, according to the EULA, everything that you put on the workshop is the property of Elion. True story. I think that let's see if this will work. This is going to be a tricky little minx, I think. That's 45-degree angle. So if we want a less, so that's gonna go around too fast. And that is at the wrong angle for anything else. So we're gonna have to do that twice. Okay. Yeah, we don't have the glass angled correctly. Let me just see a second, hang on. Am I about halfway up the glass there? See, in the game, that is pretty much flat, isn't it? I remember it as being pretty much flat. Then it being that angle already screws it up. But I don't think we're going to be able to get the angle we need otherwise. And that's interesting as well. That's going to take that away. Means we're going to need some fancy railing around here. Possibly a diagonal block. Most certainly a diagonal block of some sort. Seal that off. Ew. Is this really live? Does that answer your question, Landro? Does that answer your question? Also, hi. We do that, we do that, we do that. Do that. And that's bringing it back in now. It's quite big, isn't it? That's what she said. All right. Then we do the same again, but the other way. Like this. Nope. Oh, that's the wrong angle. The wrong angle. Like that. There we go. And then final ones. There we go. And then that basically hits a brick wall. So that's nice and easy, because that brick wall there is just basically comes out the side there. That. Oh, these should be actually using steel for this. So we've got some hit points, right? That comes all the way out to the side of the pods hanger there, and then we start this angled sort of deal. So we need to be... this is a funny one, because this is where kind of the scaling goes a bit wonky, isn't it? If they're hangar bay doors to let the dropships out, and they are the same height as those windows... I'm going to play doubt on that one. That doesn't work. Does it? Game. The Pelican is not that small. But where's that bloody Pelican coming out of, eh? Indeed. Good outside view of ship, link of vid in Discord. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's like from in-game, isn't it? Sorry, I know you guys can't see this right now, sorry. So you get a nice little clip of the ship when you go to a new sector and stuff, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Thanks, Old Fart. Great name, by the way. Albatross! Is it an albatross? You need a measuring stick SV for the hangar bay doors. Yeah, I know. I do, don't I? We need... Well, I got a perfect ship for it. The dropper. The RFO1 dropper. No, that is a Reforged dropper. Because that's about the same size as the Pelican, I would imagine. In that it's got passenger seats in there as well for 4, extract, cockpit, and the little nacelles on the side, which are now bright pink for some reason. So I think that will do as a measuring stick. So funnily enough, the core is about where I think the hangar bay door would be, but just out here. We'll come to that later. Try not to get too distracted by that now. I think it's this bit is just gonna be a little bit different. Gonna be a little bit different. That's fine. So we got quite a lot of mass underneath that window as well. Look, you got a bit of a step over some of it, and then it just sort of it kind of goes down quite a ways. Yeah, I feel like we're just gonna have to go a little bit off diagram here, I think, to get this looking good. So I'm gonna extend that out like that, and then we don't need to worry too much about this bottom of this glass here, because we know from what we just saw that actually it just carries on straight down in a very fugly look kind of way. But it's a military ship, so you know it's not gonna be pretty, is it? It's not gonna be pretty. It's not going to be all smooth corners and nice bits of angled whatnot. It's going to be fuggo bits of practical fuggo-ness. That is the technical term, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome. Yeah, there's literally no... I can't even tell what's going on there. It's just like brick. Brick, brick, brick. Bricked out, and then you got gun turrets on the bottom. As it's planetary assault. Form over fashion span. Exactly. Bingo, bango, bango, bingo. So I'm going to take a little bit of creative license in this section here and just basically do a little bit of angling. You might be able to actually do something with this space. Something practical and useful. I know, it's ludicrous, isn't it? Utterly ludicrous. What the hell am I doing here? That is what I'm doing. Yes, I think, maybe, possibly. I mean, that'll do. The lack of any other option, that'll do nicely. Alright, so we're using steel here. It's just still reasonably lightweight. Yeah. Alright, yeah. Why not? There seems to be an angled sort of venting going on here. So we've got like a couple of layers. We sort of have this point where the glass is, comes out a bit, and then it angles down towards where this is. And this section here and here just seems to be a bit greebling to kind of offset it. So in that case, we need to take this, and back. And we'll do... actually, I'll tell you what, we'll use new fancy frame blocks here. Thank you, Vermilion. Also, hey, Vermilion! Loving the work on Reforged 2, by the way. If you and Revian are doing.
Welcome aboard.
So then, this is where this sort of fun begins, I suppose. You start actually framing some of this outside bit here. Now, we got two angles here. We got a slope, but then a sharper one there. So I think this one is... It's going to be weird because I'm not sure this is going to scale right either. This one I think is these two. The other option as well, we use this angle frame block here again. So it's basically the same as this vent that we've created. And we can't texture that very well as we... So this particular section here is going to be a little bit off. Watch out with dragging block placement. With symmetry, it'll overwrite blocks on the other side of the symmetry plane. Look at that. What the fuck? Are you serious right now? Is this a known bug with re? With re? Shit. Alright. Thanks for the heads up. So I'm actually going to... What is that? So I can't drag in symmetry. Oh my god. That's a bit shite. Only if it's overwriting, right? Only if it's overwriting. So if I do new blocks, they're all new blocks, then I can drag them, right? And it's fine. Yeah? How if it's angled ones like this? I don't get it. What's the bug? How did that happen? Hey, Moo Bear. Happening since like 1.1. Shit. Just do drag, gotta be precise. Precision is not exactly my forte. But alright, I'll try my best. See, that angle doesn't seem like enough. That seems like more... Yeah, no, I don't think that's the right angle. I think we have to use the other one. Frames aren't going to give us the height that we need early enough. We need to go for this one. Thing is, I think like I feel like I need to do 2 of them in order to get another one. And then it quite wildly goes steep into this new angle. Is this spaced armor here separate? It looks like there's a seam there. That goes all the way back to where the nacelles are, which is all the way back. See, now this is where it's conflicting, isn't it? Because that would indicate if the bridge is there. I'm pointing the screen like a retard. Hang on. If the bridge is there, the whole mission section where your acquisitions and that cargo bay and your little elevator up is in this middle section, and the hangar bay is, say, everything past that point. So in the nacelles, those dropships are coming out the nacelles. But how? They didn't do it right. They didn't do it right. There's no hangar on those nacelles. Unless that... No, that's right where a freaking engine is. That's not going to work, is it? Who designed this ship? I have a bone to pick with them. They haven't laid it out right. Because... these connectors to the back here, the way the nacelles are hung on. There we go, there's a good picture of it. They're all like skinny and weird. Who knows what fucking image is right on these things. That's somebody built a model of it. That's really cool. See, that looks more like it. What have you done? You've done stupid. Right, alright. We're gonna have to undo stupid. It's fine. Launch tubes? No. It's got hangar bays at the side. It's just that clearly that's where our bridge is, which means the next part of the ship after the bridge is this mission pod thing business going on here. This whole section. And we assumed that these little holes here was where the ships were coming out of, but that ain't where the ship's coming out of, mate. There's hangar doors inside which indicate they come out of the side, but the dimensions of the ship conflict with that because they've got dirty great nacelles where that freaking dropship is sitting, and that hangar door just goes out into that. It's no. That's dumb. Image is hard to see anything. I know all the images are hard to see anything, but that is where the bridge is. So the glass ends there. And we just did a walk around, which means there's a good old bit of corridor there, which sits there. The Pelican is further back. The Pelican is back here where the engine pod and the nacelles are. And there are hangar doors either side of the Pelican, indicating that they come out the side of the ship. They can't. There's f***ing great nacelle in the way. So, this whole business here has to end about... Trying to scale. End about there, I think. And then it comes out again into a bulkier section. So, and it's heightened. Is it heightened? It's about the same height. Everything's about, it's very flat along the top, isn't it? So we don't have to worry about that too much, at least. But then this comes out like that, you see? And then it goes down a sharp angle. Almost like Easy Tiger. Almost like this and this here, you see, and then it goes back into a smooth angle to connect to the nacelles, like that. All right, but I mean, I think again, scaling of that is not quite right. That looks like it comes out further than this block, and those blocks there don't come out further at the moment. So I need to elongate it up here or elongate it down here. And if I elongate it down there, that should be okay actually. If I do it as one more like that, then we're into the nacelle connectors. Like, and then we got the nacelles starting right there. Because they start at that section. There. Right? And these are big chunky monkeys. They're things they are, right? Alright. Hey, Lainey. How you doing? Lainey, guess what we're building? Where would you fit the eels? Yeah, I mean, this is what I was saying at the beginning. It was like, trying to make this practical in Empyrion is actually really difficult. That is not an easy task. We need a picture of the top of the ship now. Like a good picture of the top of the ship. Like that is just not cutting it. Kind of gives me roughly what I need. That's cool, but not helpful. Really? Is that the best I got? Oh, no, I didn't want to open your website. Open image, new tabby tabs, please. Okay, right, alright. Greebling. Pipes and stuff and such. Look how wide that is. Interesting, isn't it? Now you got a whole new dimension of it. I mean, we've got a fairly wide top here. I would say that the top of it probably goes from there out. But yeah. Again, it's actually wider than the bridge windows, isn't it? So we've got a problem here because our bridge windows go out quite wide. So I think I need to make it quite a bit wider than what I've got there. And move. Let me undo that a second. Yeah, I gotta make it quite a bit wider. Quite a bit wider. That hasn't scaled right at all. Yeah, okay. No, that's fine. We'll choose the easy route of doing that. Cut that. Paste it. Oh shit, was that copy? Back! That's copy. That's paste. Dumbass. Oh, you absolute sausage. Can I undo that? Yeah. Copy. Cut. Paste. Move it. Move it. This is the question, is like, how wide do we go is wide? How wide is wide? Quite wide. Quite wide. Is that wide or is that too wide? Ah! I think that'll do. Right. How many was that? It was like 1, 2, 3, 4. 3? Nah, 4. No, 3. Yeah. I don't know. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3. Well, that ain't right. Think about what? How does that? Hey, what? I need to move it out 1? Why do you keep going back to that one? Oh, this is why I hate rebuilds. Let me build my one. Building other people's shit. It confuses me. Alright, let's just try that. Try that. Remove selection. Symmetry mode back on. Okay, right. That's still... Oh, fuck me. It's still not wide enough, is it? Because I need to bring the... Toss. Toss. I need to bring the whole freaking thing up. Where did you go? What? Why are you doing this to me? Why you do this? Huh? Why? That's how wide it needs to be, which is ludicrous. But alright. We'll do it. We'll do it your way. Fine. Why does it need to be that wide? Because this bit goes out front here. And it goes all the way out the front. Like I might have nailed that first time actually. Hang on. Oh, it's so difficult to tell. Hang on, is there somebody done the dimensions on this? That's not going to help me either because that's going to be in ridiculous whatever. We'll do it by feels. All right, guys, we'll do it by feels. All right. I'll do. Yeah, Total Ego is kind of cool, but actually also not really useful. Neither is going to happen sooner or later that you will try to build it in a very 3D animate. Make a practical, believable, and good-looking ship in EGS is the challenge I like. Yeah. It's tricky little beast, actually. This ship is a tricky little beast. You look at that. Joins up almost directly. And then this whole framework thing here, it goes in on itself until it turns into a solid hull. But they got spaced armor here, which is going to be plating. Some kind of trussing going up here, which is going to be fun to do. Yeah. But the way the bridge here connects to that. Looks interesting. We got this comes out to about somewhere around there. You can see, and it's got a bit of sloping going on it. Wow. Now this is my other issue that I have. Is here would be a perfect opportunity to do some some freaking buried turrets. What are they called? Not buried. Pop out turrets. In this bottom bit here. But it's only I've done it between two blocks, so they're going to be off center. And it's not wide enough to fit two of them next to each other. That would be the other thing. Is like, what's that? 1, 2, 3? Oh, maybe it is actually. Oh, I'm a genius. Even my own genius makes me freaking just worry sometimes about how genius I am. Oh my gosh. It's perfectly wide. Yes, Cortex, we are. What are your thoughts on Helldivers 2 getting mechs? I think that's exciting. I think it's exciting. I'm all for mechs. Yeah, I think it's great. Hey, they got to do them right, but I mean, the rest of the game they've done pretty freaking stellar so far on the rest of the game. So I'm not worried about them like getting mechs wrong. I mean, they might get them wrong to start off with, but I'm pretty sure they'll sort them out if they are wrong. You know? Does that make any sense whatsoever? I probably just said a lot of gobbledygook. Sorry. Mechs, good in my book. That's how it is, but that's how I'm gonna make it. That's how I'm gonna make it. Right, hang on. What has just happened over there? Everything's fine. So I've got to try and... Not really... It is possible. It is possible. What am I talking about? It is doable. It's doable. Dabble. It's dabble. It's doable. How do we do this? How do we do this normally? So we would normally do... No, we'd normally do this one. Well, that's going to line them up, though, isn't it? That one. I don't want to line them up. I want them to be out of alignment. Like that, right? That's not right either. Crap. Is it that one? Am I being an absolute sausage? Flip, you bastard. Yes and no. Yes, but also no. Try this combination a second. That, I think they want the overhang. That's the problem. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's the combination. And then it's got to go into... Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, there's a block for that. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Let's go. Right. Oh, shit's about to get intense, guys. I apologize. Right, hang on then. So we've got an interior slope here. You can see underneath this spaced armor, right? And then you've got the spaced armor on top of it. So we do the interior slope, which is this one here. Except at a certain point, around about there-ish, it goes from solid to whatever business is going on over here, right? Trying to save you a bit of a headache, the more I look at the images, the more I believe those odd portholes on the flat part of the nacelles of the docking bay doors, which means a very tight squeeze. I mean, if mechs are wrong, I don't want to be right. Just thinking, why would anyone go in on foot anymore? Well, I presume, Kiki, that you would only be able to get one mech per drop, and once it's gone, it's gone. And they're going to have to balance it some way. So it's probably going to be bulletproof to small arms, but there are those, I'm thinking of automatons here specifically. They got rocket automatons, both the ones with the shoulder pads and the ones with the handheld rocket launchers are going to be devastating to mechs. You're a big, stupid, big target. They're not going to miss you. Now, in the bug side of things, acid spitters will effort a mech up. The chargers will probably knock a mech over, I would think. Biotitans will just F you up. Whereas, yeah, it would be great stomping around and effing up all the little guys, but you are a big target. Mech's good. I often have bouts of rage when I cannot find the appropriate block for my vision. Cursed Elion programmers! Welcome to the battle, my friend. Welcome to the battle. Alright. So, then we've got the spaced armor. Okay, so I'm going to do this now just because funsies. So we've got the spaced armor out to that. And then we won't be able to have... it's a little dent in that spaced armor there, which is really annoying. How can I do it that big? I can't. It's ridiculous. Unless I flip it upside down. Hang on, whereabouts is that? Somewhere in the middle, isn't it? Okay, let me see if... see? If I flip it, it dents it, but it's the wrong way round. But it adds an interesting dynamic, doesn't it? Yes. Okay, well, we'll come to that later on in the detailing part of the build. Right now, we have this going on. I might actually replace all of this with the inverted, and there's a reason for that. Although this is slightly irritating now. Moving all of this. I wonder if undo would have been better. Might flip them around the other way. And then I can play off of the bits at the top and the bottom. Right. Yeah, that and that there. Somewhere in the middle here we can flip you two around. Oh, that maybe 3. There's a little weird dent in it. There you go. So we can then put a corner piece there, and that will then, sort that bit out. And then also we can play off the top of that for this like trussing business going on over here. Which if I had a better angle of the ship from the top, we could see how wide that was, but yeah, we're not be able to see that. All right. Might be longer. I was looking forward to mechs until Strange were in them. How dare I balance mechs? Are you building the ship in the right direction? Yes. Yes, I am. Thank you for reminding me, Mr. Jiggles. They really are chargers, aren't they? They're very good at that. Okay. So there's lots of gribbling and stuff on the top of the ship here as well, but otherwise it's an almost entirely flat base. Interestingly, I see from this angle here that there is some like connectors between, and I wonder if that broken down 3D thing has a good angle of it here, where these outer pylons, this spaced armor here, is actually connected to the center shaft, not flush. It's connected by pylons. This whole spaced armor thing is its own thing. That's interesting. Interesting. Its own thing. Well, well, well. I was gonna say that changes things, but I mean it doesn't. It doesn't. It kind of makes things annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it makes things slightly annoying. The Wi-Fi, no ammo box. I haven't got that far yet, guys. Come on, give me a break. Okay. So if it's spaced armor then, or that top and that bottom layer, then this whole line of blocks here. Let me get rid of this. Because what we need to do is actually bring that in one block in like that so that we can do that. This then turns into an inverse. I don't know about there. And then there is a bottom section of this. So we'll have to play around with some half blocks here, I think. Because this section here suddenly is now connected via connectory trussy thing majiggies. There you go. I'm gonna create this line here. It's gonna be a little bit odd, but I think actually it'll look quite cool. And that's gonna be my own little spin on it. Every now and again, we basically eat a block or two out and we connect that over. Except obviously we can make it look nicer later, because on that they do look like just solid blocks, but there's also lots of gapping between the inside plates here. There's a lot of detail in these little spaced armor things. Funny, in that one you don't see it at all, except in that broken down image. Everything looks like solid from these images. So I'm not sure if there's any merit in making this trussing on the inside there. I'm putting that effort in, you know what I mean? Right, but there is a lip at least on there of that. On this bit that comes down, you see? In the spaced armor, and then there's some weird block thing going on up there, but I think that's part of the trussing on the top there. We'll make that out of plastic. And this top block, I might change out to this one, just so we have got this lip at the top here to play with. Right. Looks like the armor is mounted by pylons. Yep. Makes sense from a miniature perspective. Makes it easier to swap armor if it's damaged. Modularity. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the shit from the Helldivers. Sorry, guys, if I missed your questions. I'm trying to keep up on chat. It's not always easy. So yeah, I think every now and again we're gonna have to like just line up some blocks here, whole blocks that just act as pylons, like that. There's a lot of spacing between these ones and that one there, isn't there? It just seems like a little bit much. I wonder if we can close that gap off a little bit by doing this, and that makes that gap look a little bit smaller. Plus also we're going to have the railings on the top there as well. I think that'll look okay. Alright, so let's just choose some locations here that we can do these pylons. Do somewhere we put that dent in. Seems a bit early. I think 3 will do. Let's do them here. There we go. More blocks, please, Susan. the last two right at the front here, I think. Goes into the bridge. All right. So I might need to make these longer and stuff anyway. Once I get the engines on this, we might find that the actual scaling of that front section is off anyway. So I'm going to leave it there for now while we finish the rest of the frame of the ship here. And that way it'll give us a better idea of whether it's proportionally correct or not. Will this be released on the workshop? Don't see why not. Might be a while though, guys. I mean, it's in Reforged Eden 2, which is in alpha at the moment, so I'm not sure how much stuff is being released on the workshop for Reforged Eden 2, but it's not going to work with anything until that scenario is really in full swing. So yeah, just be warned. All right, so we got this section here, which is lumpy. You see how it ends, and there's still connecting to the nacelles here. So we got this is the connector that we've started here. You can see it here, and then it connects. Can't really see it from that angle. We can see the same thing from this angle here as well. So, and then it carries on. So we'll try and do that next. Okay. So this just basically carries on the full length of this nacelle connector, and I'm not really sure how long that is, but it's a reasonable length, I would say. Probably a little bit shorter than what I've just drawn there. Maybe that long. But then this is even shorter by probably a couple of blocks. So I'd say like up to there. Do that. Oh, easy tiger. There. 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 And then this seems to just... It doesn't change the slope dimensions. So it just carries on up. And the more I look at this, the more I look like I've got the scaling wrong again. You know? It goes up. Yeah. This, I think, needs to come out to about here, and then go straight up. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. To do this one. Thank you for the Rule Britannia. not quite. Not even close, really. It's not even close. Yeah, you don't have the same slopes angles as what we're seeing in game there, unfortunately. But like, it looks like you've got this one going on. And this goes back all the way, actually, so I could probably extend that probably about that far. And then it goes into the same angle as what we're seeing there. So what we probably want, that probably is this. But yeah, that's obviously not going to work there, is it? There is reasoning to the madness. There is reasoning to the madness. I assure you. Yeah, kind of. The engines are probably set to the scale of the rest of the ship. Well, the engine, they got 6. So I get into the ones on the nacelles, I just put mediums in there. The ones in the middle there, they look like advanced, I suppose. So we need to set right, because we need to set them. There's 6 engines there. So for a starter vessel, the engines would normally just be mediums. These are plasma. Where are the ion ones? Oh, they're up there. Ion drive, ion advanced. So we'll try the ion advanced ones, right? We got a pattern of cluster of 3. Okay. I'm going to put the first one like there. Second one there. The third one there. And there's this huge freaking gap between them. They're quite tightly clustered on that picture, but in the game they're like miles apart. So what I might do, instead of actually making them engines, I might make them fake engines, right? And we just put the advanced ones out on the nacelles here. use the nacelles as the engine drivers. Now, in terms of performance, that's the better way to do it. You're going to get the maximum performance out of your thrusters. Out here on the nacelles, the knee wheel down here in the center, these drive thrusters, we're probably just better off making them fake thrusters. How small will the power and fuel room be? Not small at all. The power and fuel room is going to be massive, to be honest, mate. So this whole freaking nose thing going on up here, I'm thinking of filling with fuel tanks. And then we just have the warp drive and stuff back here anyway. I don't think it's going to be a small deal. Don't forget, we're going to have plenty of room in these little areas here for generators and out in the nacelles as well. So yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. Right, so this, yeah, there's 3, and then we got the connectors coming out here, and the nacelles themselves. All right, so we'll start with the engines on these things here, yeah. Because we got, they go back quite a little way before the engines come in, but the engines are basically on the inside here, aren't they? So, let's see, yeah, okay. Bring them back about that far, I'd say. You put an engine there and an engine there. All right. La, 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 la. Yeah, and they're built into the flush with that, aren't they? Okay. All right. Where the fun begins is we need all direction, and if we can get all directions in the nacelles, I'll be very happy. But yeah, we're gonna do that. But we'll try, because we have got the slopey slopes, right? So we need, ideally these need to be on the outside face, right? So we're gonna have the slope from the nacelle going up probably around about there. That might be a one lower. They're quite wide. Not that wide. Yeesh. Okay. Gonna be tight. That leaves nothing for the downward thruster. Leaves no room whatsoever for that one. Sure, not sure. That is a much different slope than what I'm building as well. That is in a 45-degree angle slope. That's more Almost like the structural ramp slope, you know? It's like this. Down its end and then inverted. Didn't work. I'm not sure that's right either. Not angled enough. Funny, that looks 45 degrees and that doesn't. I think it is the default one, isn't it? Right, so center blocks, that one. And then inverted like this. Does that go above the ship? It does, doesn't it? It goes just about over the height of the ship. It'd be quite way on that angle, but it's difficult to tell on the others. Not by a lot, in fairness. I think one more block will do it. Like that. Rawr. Hey, Spytail. It's always funny to see adapting ships into space engineers or EGS and needing thrust in all directions and finding the sci-fi originals are stupidly based on traveling against a breaking fluid like planes and subs. Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. So wait, Spanj, if the fuel tanks will be in the front, does that mean you'll point the rear of the ship at the enemy in case the shields go down? As this ship is, it's a lover, not a fighter, right? just say that. Yeah. That's not gonna work. We need actually this angle on there as well, don't we? Hey, Sean, what's up, man? Welcome along. She's a lover, not a fighter. The nacelles are quite small, really, especially if you look at this one. Like the total dimensions of the vessel here, those nacelles are actually pretty stingy. Pretty stingy nacelles. I was just playing Space Engine and nursing a bad cold. Project Striker. No. Gonna get it done by Friday. What are you gonna use it for, dude? It won't work in anything apart from Reforged Eden 2. It ain't gonna work. Oh, hang on. I've got a bit of a... Let me adjust that one to that one. I can create a vertical part of it there. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we'll try it. Do something with these engine things on the outside here, but we'll manage that with some greebling or something. It'll be fine. There's greebling all over this thing. It'll be right. In fact, we'll work it in to the greebling. It'll look dope. It'll look dope skis. All right. So from a purely dimensional point of view, that nose I think needs to be a little bit longer. Let's throw some blocks down and see what sticks. I think that amount longer. A little bit more. I think a little bit more. There we go. I think so. I think that's the ticket. Right. Yeah. Oh, Elion, please can I have an infinite block? Thank you. One day, maybe. One day, maybe. Alright. Oh, fuck. I left my SV here. It's fine. 1020. There we go. Forgot about that. It's interesting where it ended up as well in the nacelle. Like I was saying earlier. The frickin' pelicans come out the nacelles. They don't, but that's where it looks like they do. We need to get side thrust in here as well. We haven't got any side thrust going on. Alright, these guys have got to go, unfortunately. One up, one down at the moment. 2 forward, 2 backwards. We have no side thrust. But we need to balance the side thrust because I'm thinking of putting one up the front here. We've got turning. The problem is as well, I mean, I started this out being like, this will be a starter ship. At the moment. Let's look at a little friggin' mid-gamey. I mean, yes, they're ion thrusters and all that, but still. See, we've got an uneven amount of space here. we can get one there and one there. How has that done that? Oh, bloody Saruman's here, isn't he? Right, 3D edit, thank you. And it's crap, doesn't it? Gotta be one here, basically. Gotta be in the middle of those two engines. Come on. Let's actually make it a nozzle. Reblend the hell out of that later, but that'll work. Two left, two right, one up, one down, two forward, four forward, four backwards. So let's just check in here on the CPU. Currently, with those thrusters in place, 153,600 of 200,000 at tier 1. So we're okay. With engines, I would normally expect, especially big mother duckers like those, would expect to consume a shitload more CPU than they are. So we're probably going to need more lift thrust. Certainly going to need more lift thrust. So I'm tempted. You guys are having fun, aren't you? The thing's being a bit quiet. I apologize. I'm sorry. A little bit quiet. Just play all the blurps. Alright, Riker. Yeah, I think we're going to need another lifty, thrusty thrust. But we might have to resort to small, medium thrusters hidden through the hull later. Because I think any more thrusters into these nacelles here is just going to really tank the looks of them. And I mean, they're already going to be a bit messed up with these vertical thrusters anyway. Alright. So, let's get the bottom of the ship, which is a complete mystery, frankly. See if we can get that framed out. Over here, actually. Oop. Right, so the bottom of the ship. We don't have much to go on with that, I gotta be honest. There was an image. I did see an image of one. Let me try to change the search a little bit. You'd think you'd see the bottom when you're firing the pods out. Bottom. Searching bottom in image search on a stream. Great idea. Really, really, really good idea. Fortunately, we're okay. That could have gone wrong so quickly. You don't see the underside of the ship very much, do you? Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the blurps, guys. Well done. They're not quite fitting the gameplay. We don't see anything, Sponge. Oh. I'm out of points. Game feed is frozen again, is it? Balls. Okay, stand by, please, guys. Fix this. Good job, Streamlabs. Once again, you have shown yourself to be a complete and utter waste of time. Balls. I need to alt tab. That's back to normal. There we go. I think that's... Hello, right? I think we're slightly off the screen now. Oh my god! Just give me a little thing. The tiniest, shittiest preview image that I can't even get the freaking cursor to move. There we go. Right. Are we live? We are. Right, I think I fixed it. Mubear, thank you very much for the 44 months resub there. Dorman there as well. Thank you for the sub, dude. I think I said thanks already for that, but thanks again. Can't say it too often. Right. Right, welcome back. We are trying to get a look at the bottom of the HELLDIVERS ship there, but I don't think we're going to get one. Not one that's useful, at least anyway. So we'll do our best guess on the bottom of the ship and what it looks like. Now, thank you. We might have to just take a lot of creative license with it anyway. Let's get some freaking blocks down. Let's go. I mean, at that point, the top of it, I don't want to just copy the top and everything, but there is some symmetry going on in the front of the ship here. You can see this angle here, and then it sort of flattens out. Okay, so let's flatten it out to up there. And we've definitely got some stuff going on underneath there, aren't we? So 3x3 is the width of a turret. So 1, 2, 3. So if we're going to do anything down here, we need to do it from here, basically onwards. So that might be just a case of adding some standard 45-degree slopes going on there. Swap that out for steel, and then we've got hard points there for turrets, you know, straight away. But we've also got now a lower section here. We've got the hangar bay, so we have to bring that across there again, and we're gonna have to go down even more. But maybe in order to mix up the sloping stuff going on here, we change this out to less slopey slope. Like that. That doesn't work. What am I doing? That back here. So this is that little cargo bay that we could see from outside. All right. Bring this along. We know that here we've got what supposedly look like the hangar bay doors here, but they're clearly not. There may be some kind of cargo egress or something. I don't know, ingress, but I don't know what they are. Of course, we could add some greebling in there to make that look kind of like what it looks like. These just seem to go down. It goes down sooner. I think it goes down there. There. The more space we can generate for ourselves, the better, really. Not only do we need space for turrets on the bottom there, as well as the top. We need to try and work somehow in here, maybe a farm? Actual practicalities of, you know, Empyrion? The game? A little bit would be good. What ship is the model from? So this is from Helldivers 2. Perhaps you've heard of it. I don't know. It's somewhat popular, apparently. Yeah, some people like it. It's alright. What's the name of the model, though? I don't know. It's just called the Helldivers 2 Destroyer, I think. They've all got different names. You set them up. I think it's Super Destroyer or something like that. Super Destroyer. But yeah, I don't know if it has like a particular model name. Right, so that's a very subtle shape differential there, isn't it? As in, kind of not really existent. A bit of block texturing going on here. Right. Ship's kind of connecting there. Top of the ship's kind of connecting there. Okay. There we go. Bring that over. Like that. Bring a two, and drop a dent into that. Got a bit of texture to play with there as well. That in. Close that gap. All right. Hey, Shab. Anybody? It is the Super Destroyer. Yeah, I thought so. So, bit of a situation now because we want to. I mean, make the kind of the greebling that you see in the image. These portholes here. I want to kind of replicate that a little bit somehow. I'm not entirely sure if the block that I'm thinking of exists in just my mind or actually is in the game. Yeah, there's two options here. I could potentially use door frames, but I don't think that's going to give the right look because that is kind of square. Right, if you think about it, we've got square, 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 and then actually we've got too many, haven't we? 3, and there's 4 because that last one actually looks more like a hatch than it does a porthole there. But I think that maybe if we do 3, and then the last one is just one short, isn't it? Unless we use the thruster as the edge of that. Instead of that wall, we have the wall there. Then that last one is the same size. Okay. There are our 4 sections. Yeah, Catherine, you might be right. The Seaf Super Destroyer, there you go, the SEAF. Yeah. Once I measure out the hangar bay and I figure that actually I'm gonna a bit of work here because the nacelles do come down quite a bit. So I'm gonna bring the bottom of this section of the ship, the what would otherwise was supposed to be the engineering section, will actually be the hangar bay, down quite a bit, which will hopefully create a bit of a sub deck going on there. That, or I can lower the floor of the hangar bay enough to create a top deck, maybe, like you say. But yeah. We're going to have to cram a lot of stuff just in the walls, I think. They're like giant Darth Maul TIE fighters. They're a little bit, yeah. They definitely got that vibe going on with the nacelle fins and stuff, for sure. So let's see, maybe then the thin blocks will come to my rescue here. These guys. Doesn't seem like much, but obviously they've got a lip around there and then an indent. Thing is, what do I put inside here? Quite a lot of room behind these, you see, before we get to where the actual inside of the ship is. Plenty of room for shield generators and fuel tanks generators and such like that, or, you know, practical things like sick bay and a canteen. So perhaps they could be the windows. Heavy windows. With a heavy tint going on. In which case, do I need these frames, or would that just be enough? I think that would be enough, actually. Let me take this framing out here. It's a waste of time. Just use these. Although, you know, obviously, big giant thruster problem. Let's make sure that window is purely aesthetic and not actually part of the interior. Otherwise, people are going to go rushing into sickbay with third-degree burns very quickly. All right. Okay. Okie dokie 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 dokie. Container extensions along the floors? Yeah, exactly. That's the sort of thing. I mean, I've already got the floors in there as a plastic at the moment, so they can easily be replaced with container extensions. The only thing with container extension floors is that, obviously, then you're very limited on texture possibilities. Kinda sucks, but we'll make it work. Just cloning chambers, yeah. Just cloning chambers for liberty. You're quite right. So that last bay is kind of, if anything, it almost protrudes a little bit. So I'm not sure this is actually. Maybe all we need to do on this one is seal it off and add some greebling in it or something like that. And like that. Yeah? I'm tempted to do a little bit of work around here anyway, because, I mean, kind of not ready for this stage. Should be doing this stuff at the end, really. Oh, hello, cheeky. I noticed like there's the yellow highlights here. Like the yellow is the kind of accent color on everything. So we can use the deco blocks here. Add in some work. Like that. And then of course we can paint them yellow and stuff, and hopefully that'll give those nice little accent colors. I mean, you got, looks like reverse thrusters there. At least something like that, at least anyway. What have we got in there? Those seem to fit that kind of bill quite nicely. No. Right. So we got thing's gonna cost a lot of steel. I'm gonna bring this down quite a bit then. Like I said before, you need to be able to land it on something. So we need to get the landing gears quite far down, and that's always a challenge with a ship that's top heavy. Assuming that we're going to make this land, which if it's going to be a practical and workable starter ship, it needs to be able to land. Now there is a nice trick you can do with blast doors to create a very long reaching landing gear. So if we need to do that, we can. Not the end of the world if we can't get a normal landing gear to go down far enough. You know, it'd be nice, but yeah. Hey, Andreas. Hey, Cost. Thank you for the raid, dude. Welcome along, guys. Hey, you had a nice stream. We are building something stupid. We are building the Helldivers ship. Hope you're doing well. Welcome along, guys. Get yourself a nice brew. Sure you're nice and comfy. Let's see. Let's slope that up. These guys here. Nah, screw it. Let's use the structure frame blocks. That'll do what I want in one hit. There we go. And we got a bit of creative license to the bottom here because ultimately we have no idea what the bottom looks like. Not really any pictures of it, so let's bring that over. Let's set that as our floor then, yeah? That is the bottom of the ship, because I think that is only then one block. Yeah, it's one block below the nacelles here. Now we're going to assume that the nacelles either touch the ground or just off the ground. Then we got landing gears that go 2 down, so it's fine. More pipes. I was having a better stream before I got reminded that structure integrity is a thing. Oh, the hard way. Oh! Were you in creative mode? Were you in creative mode, or was that in survival mode? Also, ouch. Sorry, dude. How would you do the spaced armor bits on the front of the hull? Well, we've done a bit of it already. I started it here. So you've actually got the core hull is here. Then you've got a spaced armor and then a spaced armor on top of that. And you can kind of see it here. You got the thin plates, medium plates, and then there's a good GIF. I've lost it now because I changed my search thingy. Go back to the old one. There's a good GIF. Where's that GIF gone, guys? Here it is, I think. You can see that core thing all the way, runs pretty much all the way length of the ship, is actually the hull itself. So that's the core bit here, which is a fair bit wider than what it looks like in the GIF, but you know, the dimensions are all out of whack depending on what picture you look at. So it's like, you look at that one, it looks long and thin. You look at this one, it's chunky boy. You look at that one, it doesn't exist. So yeah, we've got a little bit of conflict of stuff going on. Dimensions don't make sense from an interior exterior point of view as well. It's all over the shop. But that's how I was going to handle it here, basically. And then the top, these little railings that we got along the top here, yeah, I haven't started those yet, but we've got a selection of thin blocks and stuff we can probably use to figure that out. It looks almost like gun rails, doesn't it? Go funny, it's big laser pointer on the top of that. No, I'll figure it out. Those structure pieces need way more hit points for it. Oh, yeah, well. The million! Sort it out, will you? 7,500. See. Called creative license. Presumably the bottom might now... Hear me out. The bottom just might have dropper ports, but that's just my wild guess. Yeah, I think, to be honest, because we got to come up with a way to get the ships in and out, and we know we can't go through the sides or the back. That leaves the top with the bottom. The top clearly doesn't have any kind of hangar bay on it. We can't see the bottom. So I think where the core is here and where our hangar bay floor here is going to actually turn into some dual hangar bay doors, and we're going to drop it out the bottom like it's hot. Like it's hot. If you click on the GIF, it has more pictures on the page. Click on the GIF! Oh no! Go away. Cookies. Cookie dookies. Ookie cookie wookies. Hot dog gang. Nice, they did a 3D print of that. That's pretty cool. Swish, swish, swish. Printable. I like that. That's dope. Right. Still no pictures of the bottom, though. Still can't see what the bottom of the ship looks like. Way too hectic. It is hectic. It is definitely an intense game. Something you can't play if you're, you know, half asleep. You need to be on like Donkey Kong. Right, let's do this. Let's actually slap some hangar doors in here and see what this looks like. That's going to affect things on the bottom of the ship here that we're working on. From the point of view of getting like hover vessels. Oh god. Also, oh hang on, I'm not thinking oh god about that Chevy. Thank you for the follow. Welcome along. I just realised, like, hover vessels too. VAS! Idea. Brain moment. Brain moment happening. Please stand by. Okay. We've got this underhang here. Underhang. That sounds horrible, doesn't it? We've got this excess bit of whatever we want to call it there. Okay, so if the core is... Take that out. There. The core is where the hangar bay doors are going to be. Assuming we're going to slap a warp drive somewhere else, or maybe we'll just slap it at the back, like it kind of looks like it is in the game. Okay. Hangar bay doors. We need them big enough to fit the dropper. We need the right configuration of doors to fit the symmetry mode that we've got going on here, which is between two blocks. But that one doesn't work. That one works. There we go. Does that smaller size work? That one works as well, actually. Wide. This, we could do it that way around, actually. That's a very good point. That is a very good point. That makes life a lot easier. Let's do it that way round. Let's do it. Let's see. Where are we in the ship? There. Oh. Behave yourself. Come on. Behave yourself. Come on. Nightmare. Right, I need it in that space there, so. He dead, I tell you, honestly. Trying to place these things is a freaking nightmare. Across. Yes. And then there. My God. So much harder than it should have been. Okay. So can we get the dropper in there? Find out. Or do we need bigger bay doors? Oh, look at you, you perfectly engineered beauty. Yeah. That means if I build the Pelican dropship to accompany this thing, right? It has to be those dimensions. Or actually, I'll tell you the truth, you could probably go diagonal with a slightly bigger ship. Now, the dropper here is actually a very small SV. It doesn't have a warp drive or anything like that. So I think we should try and fit larger hangar doors in there. If we can fit larger hangar doors, we should definitely try. So let's do that. Let's get the next size up, which quite a bit bigger. They're massive. Let's stick with the 6x5s here. Away. There we go. Okay, so that's definitely going to open up some options for SVs. Okay. Ooh. Always found hangar doors very irritating. They are quite irritating. The other option you go for is blast doors. And obviously the blast doors gives you lots of options. And the problem with blast doors is they're not airtight. They don't have built-in shields but then you need to put shields on, force fields on top of them, and that takes a hole on the block. Hello. Sorry, still fighting this bloody cold off. Before you guys start rattling off remedies to me, this is full of vitamin C and zinc and all that stuff that you guys recommend. Can't bloody help. Oh, and I mean, it is probably helping. Right, you'll have to lop off the Pelican's tail if you use those small doors, though. Yeah. You fight a cold with pure lead. Yep. Just shoot yourself. It's over, you know? Oh my God. Wow, okay. Alright. Alright, so let's get some landing gears up in here. We're just checking if there was like a tier 2 landing gears thing. I think it's just all in one, isn't it now? Landing gears. Right, so we want the ones that go 2 down. Or we create a thing for them to go 2 down. But I think these guys would work. Oh my. They are a little bit chunky. I like how, you know, How sturdy they look. They look well sturdy. Good sturdy landing gears. That is what we want. Right, so my idea that I had with the hover vessel entryway, right? Because that's another problem that now needs to be addressed. How the hell do we get hover vessels in and out of this thing when the arse of this thing looks like, well, that, yeah, and the front of it looks like that, and there's no way in the sides or anything like that. So we've got to take a little bit of creative licensing here as well. Honestly, blast doors that don't seal airtight is a strange blast door. They are literally doors designed to take explosions in the face. Like leader. Yeah, not wrong. Most funny thing is the large hangar doors or long blast doors even go into. Yeah, I know, right? They roll. I don't know. They just disappear into the hull, into the abyss, to the dark. Right. So if you imagine this thing landed on the ground, it's going to be two blocks higher than what you see there, which means that is not a 2-block gap, it's a 4-block gap. And most hover vessels barely make it over 2 blocks. Non-huge combat tank hover vessels, right? So that gives us options. That gives us opportunities and options. Okay. Take the hangar doors away. I don't need those right now. What I will look into, however, is boarding ramps. Okay, boarding ramps, and we'll probably need 2 of these because when they need to go 2 down, that looks like it will go 2 down. Is there another one that goes 2 down that's less? No, just that one, huh? Oh, okay, that's a lot. Heavy. There's a lot, isn't it? All right. So that means that we need to surround this in half blocks, does it? Ugly. Ugly, but acceptable to a degree. Right, so let's lower these bad boys down. Okay, so that's what that'll look like, and that will go flush with the bottom of these things. Let's just put a block on the bottom of this thing just to make sure that is the case. Yes, that does look like the case. Lovely. Okay, so that block represents the floor. That is aligned and aligning. Oh, and then form Voltron. You can always just mount HVs to the landing gear. Yeah. Yeah. Blast doors can be summed up with one word: Elion math. Quite right. Lemsip with Jack Daniels, honey, is good for cards. Hey, Jack Daniels will make me vomit. Convert all your HVs to SVs. Yep, true. That solves a lot of problems. That does. Okay. So let's bring this back up, because I mean, ultimately the hangar bay here is going to be mostly doors. So you're going to be docking things on the doors themselves, because, you know, there's not much room in here to park anything now. All right, so let's finish this pupper off. Let's get an actual shape that we need to disguise into this, and we also need to put in some shutter ramp door thingamajigs to compensate for the rest of it. Okay, so this is always fun. Right, we need O2 ramps that are the right... Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. No. Why are you like this? Upside down, please. Other way around. That's it. Well done. But also, no. Just stop being... Just be better. Alright, just be better. That's all I want from you. That doesn't really line up, does it? These boarding ramps suck. Why are they out of a line of everything? They're just what is even that like in line with? It's not in line with anything. They're just in their own little freaking world, these boarding ramps, aren't they? Can I have ones that are like comply with, fuck, I don't know, reality? Oh, gosh. What a load of bollocks. They are in line with a block. They are in line with their own little fucking fairy princess kingdom, I think. These are in line with shit all, nothing, bollocks. Why? Why they do this? Why they do this? Why are they on a half block? Why are they on a half block? That's just maddening. Half blocks. Am I going bonkers? See, the problem with that is only going to go down 1. And we know the landing gears go down 2, so... Ugh. Bare pegs, round holes. I thought I heard mention of mounting HV dock clamps to SV dock clamps a couple of years ago. Like HVs can dock to HVs can dock to SVs. That happened ages ago. The practicalities of that are annoying. Like you have to spend basically all day undocking and redocking and docking and redocking and undocking and redocking and redocking and undocking. It gets old fast, you know? Real fast. Okay, so if we just do that and then maybe we just lower the landing gears to 1 block clearance, then the nacelles will land on the ground. Which I wanted to avoid, if I'm honest. I really did. But it's not the end of the world. Right. That is... I am correct in that assumption, aren't I? Being an insane person. Again. Yeah, that's the ground. They will touch the ground. Ugh. Yuck! But, you know, it is what it is. Alright. I do this not because I want to, but because I have to. Alright, so that does actually then shorten the requirements of these ramps. Hopefully that means then I can use the correct ramp here. There we go. That looks adequate. So we're going to have a 3-block gap then from the top of the ship rather than a 4-block. So that's how much space we'll have to get a hover vessel underneath and into that space. And that's halved by this nonsense here, actually. So it's 2.5 blocks. 2.5 block clearance, not taking into account the hover height. Eesh. That is not gonna facilitate many hover vessels. Well, because the boarding ramps are dicks. Let's see, why are the boarding ramps dicks? Wait, that one's... Which one was that? Three by 3 by 5, 3 by 3 by 3 by 4 by 6. Oh, hang on then. Maybe this one will be better. That gives us 2. Oh. Yeah, because we have to go up a full block there to disguise that. Alright, so we're out of the half block territory, at least. Yeah, okay. Alright. Plan is back on. I thought they were all being dicks, but actually it was just that one. Ooh. No, there is. That's not right either. Damn it, there isn't, is there? Okay. I mean, there is. It's this one. Yeah. Who's there is that one. Nope, the wrong one. They're even. They're ooh, they're one of the new ones. Oh. Is it though? Is it though? I don't even know actually. I don't think it is. Is it? Not one of those. I mean, it's like one of those, but it's not one of those. Oh. I've once again found a block that doesn't exist. Damn it, Elion! Did that one? Oh no, just place that one. Hey, OTT, thank you very much for the €2.50. That's awesome. Yes, Maestro is back. What are you building? I'll show you in a second. Hang on. Iron Balls McGinty, thank you very much for 42 months resub. Cursey Bone Sponge. Why must you keep building these giant complex builds that I must go and then make for myself? I have also referred Gerald to HR for complaints. Good man, good man. we can get rid of Gerald. That would be a big win. So yeah, building a toaster oven. Sort of, kind of. I mean, it does cook things. Like you, for example. This is the Super Destroyer from Helldivers. Well, it will be, you know. It's a bit of ways off yet. But it's getting there. Just use cut corner B. Yeah. I know. I know. I just, like, wanted to see if there was a way to do it. But no! There isn't. You know what else? I'm going to really confuse this as well by doing that. And then that block just looks... It looks awful. It's even worse. Never mind, eh? What we can do, though, is take that one out, because that one's causing the main issue here, isn't it? And replace it with this one. And then this one. And then this one. Oh, the crowd goes nuts. Oh, really? That was probably plainly obvious to you guys way before it was to me, wasn't it? Okay, there we go. So, we have a hangar door for SVs and HVs on the bottom. And that in no way is going to be annoying and awkward. No way, Jose. Never. Absolutely not. You'll see. It'll be fine. Everyone will love it. It's gonna be fine. Gonna be the highlight of the build. That I love the experience of getting in and out of the ship. It's great. Said sarcastically. Let's just trigger over the landing gears. What's wrong with the landing? What? Oh, wait, hang on. Is that the right landing gear? Did I not use the right one? That's the... Oh, that's the one. That's the two. Yeah. No, you're right. My apologies. Untriggered. Untrigger thyself. I don't know. Hang on. Open. Shit. Problem. Problem. I was like, these boarding ramps has saved me. They've saved me. It's fine. It's not fine. It's problematic. Shit. These boarding ramps have cursed me. They're at the same level of the hangar bay now, but just drill every time you go on the ramp. As I said, it needs longer landing gears. That will clip into the ground when landing, and then it will probably flip the ship out and do crazy stuff. I mean, that is a glorious in-out entranceway for hover vessels. Now, I mean, that is Freaking, that's a hole right there. You can get in and out of that, no problem. That's brilliant. Unfortunately, I need some really long landing gears now. Bugger. I mean, I could put them here. And here. Easy. What are you doing? And they would extend long enough, I think, actually. Would they? Is that even? Yes. They work. At least, you know, as far as the back is concerned. We're going to need a landing gear in this section here to balance the front of the ship out. I hate that. Freaking hate that. It looks horrible. It looks disgusting. I hate the way that they overlap. Look at this. Look at this. Landing gear on a stick. Just make some pillars. Yeah. Your solutions are amazing, guys. They really are. Yeah. Gonna really take them on board. Seriously. Oopsie daisy. And definitely look into my options, considering those. 100%. I promise. No. Why are you being so fiddly and finicky and fiddly and buckety? Is there one of these that has a lip? I don't think there is. Wait, there is. Yeah. Freaking is as well. That's pretty dope, actually. Function versus muted. Need proper thick struts to come out on an angle, wishful thinking. Yeah. Are we familiar with the oh god, what's it called now? Acclamator class. The Acclamator class troop ship from Star Wars. Republic. It's a Republic vessel. That's what we need. We need some acclimators up in here. That's got some landing struts, right? That bad boy has got some landing struts. That's what you want. You want to talk struts? Gibbs and acclimator, dudes. Maybe put some wing-like deco blocks on the front, and it'll rest on the antenna. No, don't worry about the front. I've got an idea for that. I'll come to that in a second. Do not fret, guys. I've got that one. That one's in the old bag. Right now, I've got to try and address this glaring omission, though. Problematic. Bollocks. They're going to be far enough forward to counterbalance. Yeesh. I don't know how many blocks I've got to go down as well. I was guessing 7. I freaking nailed it. Hang on, wait. My 1, 2. Oh my god. No, it's more like 5. It's more like 5. That'll be enough. I think it will do. I don't think there's going to be a huge amount of weight up here, although there are going to be turrets up there, but all the engine stuff going to be at the back. So that hopefully will be a massive amount of weight at the back. The front, nice and lightweight, shouldn't fall forward. In theory. Surround Tennis. Hopefully I've not just murdered your name. Thank you for the follow, dude. Welcome along. Hope you're doing well. So I'll just set them on a signal, so when these landing gears are active, these things come down. But even when they're not down, the hitbox remains. Because Elyon. You know, so it's like, yeah, there's always going to be a problem. Right, so let's do a little bit of fun stuff here, because done a lot of framing and stuff like that. We got to do the back as well, which is a lot of massive fake thrusters. Which is always fun. Love me some fake thrusters. They're actually not going to be particularly easy to do, actually, in the grand scheme of things. It's going to be quite difficult to do those through. What is that? It's not just going to be... Because we've already found out that just doing these, if I do 4 of these, they're not nearly big enough. Like, you look at that is 6 enormous drive thrusters. So I need to fill the arse end of this ship with 6 large ass rings. This space is both big and also too small. Of course it is. It's too big and it's too small at the same time. Because I could do circular stuff with blocks using the ramps and stuff like that, but they're going to create circles that are too big, and then the built-in round blocks are too small. So it's probably best to stick with the small ones, because otherwise that way we'll get the 6, but the spacing is going to be all wrong. But we'll do our best. So let me like line these out at least. Yeah. Now, just to sort of demonstrate for you guys. I mean, this might be useful for some of you, if you've never done a circular thing before with blocks. But the simplest one is start out with these guys, ramp A, and then you do that, ramp A again, Do a block. Pay again. Do this. Pay again. Block. Pay. Right, that sort of creates a circle there, and then you just got to kind of fill the middle, which is easier said than done. The best option for that, to be honest, is using the rounded ones here, and just having a somewhat square-looking circle there. And there you go. You got one. But you see how big that is, and that's probably the smallest round you can do with blocks. The other one uses, instead of the small 45-degree angle, you use the large one. That makes it even bigger. But then you can do the inside circle much easier and more circularly, if you know what I mean. Circles in block games are pure evil. So yeah, as you can see, it's probably not going to fit 3. Now that I'm saying that, I wonder, actually, maybe we can. Hold the phone. Okay. Let's take a copy of that. Okay. We'll delete that. We'll delete that. Paste that. Move it down. Move it over 1 as well. Down 1 more. Yeah, down 1 more. Paste that. Paste once. Ah, you bastard. Oh, now I don't know where you are. Okay. Center. About there. Now you've got some conflicting blocks here. This is going to be the problem here, but might be able to just figure that out later. Now, we're going to have to do some stuff on the bottom of the ship here to fit that in, but that might just work, guys. That might just work. Oh my god. Maybe. I mean, we'll have to do some shenanigans here with the joining blocks, but that's not too difficult because the insides are preserved. It's the outsides that have gone all mergy, weirdy. For that, we just sort of take all this out and, you know, block it off. That looks a bit odd around here, doesn't it? But I think once we paint it, because it will be it'd have to be a darker color to disguise the engine anyway. Side of it, at least anyway. That just about the right height. Yeah, actually goes a bit higher over here anyway. I noticed one of the pictures. So this comes back to here, assuming we don't want to size that anyway. Yeah, symmetry. Times when you forget to turn the symmetry plate back on. Ta-da! Yay, the Olympic rings. Not far off, is it? But I will be able to potentially put some glowy blocks the other side of them. I did want this to be a sort of starter ship, but ultimately the size of it is going to be a sort of late early mid. I just said all the different stages of the game there in one go, didn't I? An early mid game ship, all right? Your first explorer vessel. There you go. That's what it's going to be. Not your heavy explorer. You know, that one you upgrade to after you've been out and about for a while. And you're like, I need a bit more stuff, base, everything. You know the one I'm talking about. I think. I hope you do, otherwise I'm just a mad person. Mad person anyway, but you know what I mean. Alright. There is a block, there is a block, there is a block, there is a block, there's 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 a block. Yes, I have lost my mind. Okay, there we go. There's the one I was singing about. There's the block, there's the block, I found the block, I found the block, I found the block, 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 I found the block. It goes back to... Oh, it only goes there. Oh, it only goes there. Ah. Well, okay then. Undo that madness. And bring it up to there. There we go. Just not a lot of room in here when you get to it. When you get down to it, this is going to fill up real fast. It's going to fill up real quick. All right. Yeah, Resurgam, quite right. I knew someone would eventually. Those ships are cool. There you go. Yeah, well, I mean, it's already being done for 3D printers and stuff. So yeah, it was inevitable, really, wasn't it? Ultimately, it was gonna happen. It was gonna happen at some point. I'm looking at that, right, and I'm seeing the gaps between the little connectors and stuff like that. And I'm wondering if actually... Yeah, because look at that. Quite a bit more. I need to ditch that half block there and actually turn this one into... to accentuate that gap a bit more, basically. I'm quite happy that I managed to cram those those circles in there. That's freaking mad. Absolutely mad. Right, so I was mentioning glowies, right? And there's nothing quite as glowy as Xenosteel blocks. Not quite. I don't think your lava is going to work. Now, I know what you're thinking. How is using Xenosteel start a ship? Well, it's not hard to get Xenosteel, honestly. So, it sounds like a you problem. Where's the... There it is. Where's the arsing block? There it is. Susan. Okay. Then you want that one. And they've got very light blue engine color from what I remember. Yeah, very, very light blue. So the lightest blue is probably that one, but you've got to configure it anyway. So it's saturation down. Hue up? No, the hue is right. Saturation. There's no power, so that looks like garbage. If I turn the power on, it's going to look glorious. You wait. You wait. And then, get rid of you. Where's those deco blocks? Ibs. Goes. Us. Slap one of these on there in the middle there, like that. Hip. 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 Right. Now, slap a little generator and a little fuel tank in there. Oh, we need a core somewhere as well. Gibbs. Slap. Oh my gosh. Revian, please fix. Fuck, what's a fusion cell look like now? They changed everything. I don't know what everything looks like anymore. Okay, so there's a little too white. Need a little bit more blue in there, don't we? Where's my configure button gone? What the ass? Where's the... What? How? But... Where's the... Why can't I configure it anymore? It's gone! Am I being stupid? Get closer. Nah, thank you. That's what it is. Is that right? Thank you. I was being stupid. No, clearly I wanted to go between the game and that. Okay, I'm not alt-tabbing freaking tabs in the browser, alt-tabbing the game in there, okay, dickhead. That actually looks pretty much bang on like the other thrusters. Almost perfectly round. As long as you don't look too hard. They look round. Okay. Almost. There. Looks good from afar, but far from looking good. Can't see the deco blocks from that far out. You gotta get closer to get the little nerps in the middle. Alright, anyway. Let's get distracted by that anymore. There's lots to do, and not a lot of time to do it in. Pick a section of the ship and start working. I was going to say let's have a bit of fun. And by that I mean let's slap some stupidly big guns on this thing, right? So, swarm missiles, missile launchers, positron cannons, dual plasma cannons, railguns. Possibilities. So I'm thinking like we put something big and heavy on the underside here, because this is a planetary assault vessel, isn't it? So like triple heavy railguns, right? Can we flip these things upside down? I'm assuming we can. Yes. Okay. So we know that these are coming out to about, I don't know, right about there, I think. All right. Just flatten that area off here. I think that's too far forward. Let me set it further back. Now, will they work upside down is the other question. Is like, you know. Yes! Right. What then? So they are unlock level 25. They got a CPU cost of 40,000. Easy. No problem at all. Like automatic turrets for CVs. None of these things can be used in... they're all used in space only. Oh. Well, the light laser cannons can be used in planet. They're space only. The mediums are space only. Okay, well. Never mind. Starship, firepower, what could go wrong? Yeah. I just wanted to see what it looked like. But in all honesty, what you're probably going to start with is just some pop-out GATs like these. And the great thing about them being pop-out GATs is that they can have a party of them on the top as well. They won't ruin the aesthetic of the vessel. From a broadside perspective, you can actually slap a lot of guns on the top of this thing. None of them are going to do particularly well. You can also have pop-out ones in the side here as well. Slap some manual fires between the engines there, look. Quite a lot of possible hardpoints. I didn't think there would be. They started building this thing, otherwise it's going to be a starter vessel. In the belly anyway, you could put a turret, but actually I hate the space-only idiotic idea. I know, but the thing is, if you make them planet-side, all you're just going to do is fly massive CVs around the planet, blow the living crap out of everything from 300 meters away. There'd be no point in having any other weapon, no point in SVs, no point in HVs, just sit over a drone base or whatever and just let frickin' everything just... I mean, I did it with the ground pounder anyway. And, you know, that just uses what you can use on a CV in ridiculous proportions. What the fuck is going on here? Why are you being an arsehole? Thank you. So it's just all heavy GAT turrets. And a couple of laser turrets. It's all pointing down. And then a big freaking solid chunk of combat steel, Xeno steel in the middle. And you can sit that over a freaking Xeno fortress or whatever, and it will just annihilate it. Funny. But in Reforged, that requires quantum cores, I think. Just the sheer amount of engine power and yeah, because look, it's got a freaking fusion reactor in it. Look at that, it's interesting though, isn't it? 946,000. Need to investigate the CPU allocation and stuff. See actually what we get. I think it's quite it's a very, very different from what we're used to. So what are we up to over here? We're up to 286,000 with just a few guns that we've added on. Okay. So CPU stuff then. We get the basic, we get the improved, and the advanced extender. So those are the ones you get by default. And then there's a superior. And then the quantum. Of course, we still got all the auxiliary stuff as well. Let's chuck a... Where is the bloody advanced constructor? There it is. Symmetry off a second, because I want this thing to be there. There? No. Yeah, there we go. Right, so let's have a look at what it costs. So, titanium, optical fiber, cobalt, flux cores, basic, large optronic bridges, all the improved, bridges, aluminium, bridges and matrices for the advanced. Where's the superior? Let's see it anywhere. Interesting. So the superior then is not auxiliary processing unit that expands the functionality of the core, blah 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 blah. Compare to template, no. Right. Generally, that means that it's either bought or something like that. All right. So how much CPU do we get as standard? Thinking about putting this in the ceiling here and just having it as like kind of deco. You know? Wait, how many of these can you have? Max amount 2. Interesting. Oh, well, that changes that setup then. Max amount 2, max amount 2. Here. Very interesting. Okay. And that gives us a total of... What does that give us a total of? Allocated 301, 300. $500,000. Right, okay. That changes it, doesn't it? What was that? Less than $1 million. It was about 900,000 though, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so our standard CPU amount before we start getting into weird shit is 500,000. We're to 301,300. Starter ship. Yeah, I mean, I'm clearly fucking about, but that's very different. Very, very different. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. What about wait, what? Wait, what? What the hell? Oh, shit. The symmetry plane's out of whack. Balls. That'll do it. 3, 1, 2, 3. Starship. How are the HVs not going to drop out of the hangar doors as they open driving over them? Well, signal logic can fix that problem. If you tie these hangar doors to an actual manual switch, so that can be either in the one in the control panel here or one on a wall or something like that, then they won't open when you drive over them. They'll stay closed. That's the only way I can think you can manage that particular problem, to be fair. Yeah. But I suspect that given the limited hangar space that we're going to have anyway, that you're probably going to end up docking stuff actually on the ramps themselves. Probably. Ugh. Yeah, nice. Here goes those turrets. There it is. Get them lined up, that would be nice. Nice. Right. So I think this needs to go here. And actually this whole line here needs to be replaced with slightly different block shape. It'll look a bit weird. I lost the length of that now. About right. So difficult to tell. What's the right length? Who knows? Bit ugly, isn't it? I bet. Bit ugly. Be alright. Okay. So this needs to go that part of the main hull. Yes, it is. Okay, so that goes all the way up. Yep. This goes all the way along to about there. Space waffles. Space to us. Yeah, Anyway, who's been watching want to give me a quick summary? What kind of ship are we building? Yeah, the HELLDIVERS 2 destroyer. Super destroyer from HELLDIVERS 2. I'm going to totally pretend I know what that is because I just really want to look cool. It's that. It's this pupper. Of whose dimensions seem to change depending on which freaking picture you look at, you know? It's like squat. Really long. Yeah. So from a rebuild point of view, it's a reasonably okay build to do in Empyrion because there's nothing particularly curvy about it. It's quite angular and stuff like that. And indeed, you can get the overall shape of the ship pretty much as it appears in the game. I think the fins look a little bit longer, but okay. But from a practicality point of view in Empyrion, oh, that's a different story. It's a whole nother kettle of fish. Right, we're going to be looking at this front bit here then. So here we have a little bit of a tricky situation. I don't know whether to do this bit out of steel or actually switch to plastic at this point, to be honest, because this is all just fluff. Fluff that is not needing to be durable. The word. We do need another mounting point here. I think right about here. Thanks, Mike. Take it easy, buddy. Pretty much, yeah. You nail on the head there, aren't you? Absolute nail on the head. This doesn't go in that far. Damn it. Alright, we're going to have to do the rest of that next time, I think, fortunately. But that's pretty much, apart from figuring this nonsense out over here. Again, we got sort of conflicting things going on with some of the backs of ships looking like these are rock solid with some big old pipes going across here, which we'll do. And then we got other images in there that make it look like they're sort of flimsy as hell. Just sticks, like, going across. But I think this piping stuff here is what's bit that we need to maybe replicate there. And these slopes might need to go in order to do that. That's not too bad, to be honest. But yeah, they need to be beefed out a little bit more and corrected and stuff. But otherwise, dimensionally, I'm fairly happy with how that's looking so far. Docking great big railguns on the front. And the other thing is as well, we can actually put turrets under here as well, because I know that there was a picture. One of the images that we saw was of some fairly hefty looking cannons down here as well. Of course, I've got the ship on a wonk, haven't I? Yes! Yes, I do. Well, the medium's cannons could save me? No. Obviously not. But the foe cannons can. I can build my own custom turret. Using the ship light cannons, maybe. Because I can put two cannons right next to each other. That. And I can build a little fake turret around them. That'll look fine. Might change them out to be laser guns, but yeah. Like laser cannons. There we go. Okay. From an interior point of view, we've got the main bit of Helldivers. So you walk in here, there's a platform over the hangar bay, one of the warp drive at the end there. You've got your stratagems console over there. We've got a cargo thing there. We're going to have our armor lockers here. We've got some consoles there. Then we're into the main bridge area. There seems to be a hole in the deck, but we'll have some control stuff down here. Then the map. Then step up. There's the platform over the planet. Yep. And then off to the sides here, we'll have maybe some sick bay, quarters, crew, canteen, grow plots, stuff like that. Hangar bay, engines, generators, fuel generators, fuel tanks and stuff off to the sides here. Got a lot of like random blocks that just need to be tidied up. Aren't doing anything right now. What is all this nonsense? Leftovers. Leftovers. Need to tidy that up. Yeah, and then we'll have the warp drive on the end there. See if we can squeeze some more stuff in this hangar bay. Try and give us as much room as possible. I think the dimensions are about right. Difficult to say. Really difficult to say, but I try and make it a usable ship because the very concept of it doesn't work for Empyrion. I said this at the start of the stream, so for the rest of you guys that weren't here, like a planetary assault vessel, completely pointless in Empyrion. You can't shoot through the atmosphere of a planet. So sure, you could park in orbit and fly an SV down. That's about as much as you could do, but you could do that with any ship. This ship specifically, shape-wise, is designed all its guns on the bottom. In Empyrion, that is the absolute opposite of what you want to do. You want all your guns pretty much on the top. You have a couple on the bottom for like drones and stuff like that, 360 defense and all that stuff. But don't put all of your main weapons on the bottom because they're all going to like try to shoot through the hull. You know, when you're piloting, your camera's here, your crosshair's there. You know, if the guns are on the underside of the ship, they're trying to shoot through the ship. You know, you got like a gun here, and your crosshair's pointing where it is. It's going to be like that. You shoot through the ship. It doesn't make any sense. This is why I mounted them really far forward, because it's like, well, that's the only place where they would actually work. And if you're piloting from here in first person, you can't see bugger all, apart from what's like below you and stuff like that. So yeah, practically, it's not a very good design for this game. But I'll try and make it somewhat useful, and that's why I say it's kind of like an early game ship, because, yeah. A space station attack ship? I mean, that's quite specific, isn't it? It's very limiting it, Chargers. You can only attack space stations. Other ships? Nah, run away. Yeah, well, this thing, I mean, you know, I'll make it so it can land. That's what these freaking things are for. And the hangar bay, hover hangar bay doors here. So we'll make it so it works there as well. The force field and misalignment thing here is going to be triggering, but I don't really know how to fix that. I don't think I can. This is what it is. Yeah, because I can't even run force fields at that block level. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. I think we'll be able to fit everything we need in here. Then some, yeah. Well, guys, unfortunately I have to go. That is all the time I have for today, but I do hope you've enjoyed this return chilling and building. Helldivers Super Destroyer. You guys wanted to see it? there it is. Sort of. Not finished. Work in progress. So hopefully I'll see you next week, and we'll carry on. But thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you so much for all the follows and the donations. I appreciate you guys. The resubs as well. The subs, the memberships, everything in between. Rastic, did I say Rastic? Rastic, thank you very much for the 5 memberships. That was ages ago. That was 2 days ago. That's why it wasn't today. Why is 2 day stuff going over my timeline? That's weird. Anyway, I do appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining in and helping me out. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I'll see you on Friday. Some more Chaos Crew action. So I'll see you guys then. Until then, have a great rest of your week. Stay safe, stay well. See you soon. Bye, everybody.